Hello everyone, welcome. Um, Today we'll be talking about strange. Strange is very important while we're working with data. So remember we created different fields and kind of specify a particular data type for different fields on the table. So data type that we use to represent strange in SQL is varchar. And then we'll pass in the number of values that particular SQL switch can accommodate. It can be 10, it can be 30, it can be 40, 50, depending on what you want to assign to that particular data type. So, having said that, today I have created two tables, one which is our student table and the other which is our student error table. So go ahead and run them and see what they look like. So you can say select from students. So this is the first table. And then it gives us this. There's the student ID, first name, last name, country, and gender. While the other one, which is student error, we have something like this. Just the ID, the first name, last name of the student. So the first we'll be looking at here is illustrating some strange functions. The first one we want to look at for is stream. So say select first name and go ahead and write trim first name. Then you trimmed first name from students. Yeah, so run this, see what it looks like. Yeah, so we can go and let's say we illustrate this on the ID. Basically, because on the ID we have some white spaces. So you can see here that from 011 has been arranged. So what trim does, it basically helps us to remove blank or white spaces from a string, right? Just in kind of performing some data cleaning for that particular field. So let's go ahead and comment on this. And let's do something similar for L frame. L frame is just like performing a little bit left trimming. Let's go ahead and run this, and then we can see what's happened here, right? So we can see left trimmed first name. So you see, so it removes the white spaces on the left hand side here, right, for this ID 012 and 013, and makes it a little bit cleaner. Then the last one we want to check out for is right frame. Yeah, so for right trim, you get to see that the blank space on 011 has been cleared out, and the blank spaces or white space on 012 and 0133 still remains the same. So oftentimes, if I want to use this function, I just go ahead to trim it. So trimming does the whole left and right removal of blank spaces, right? But you can use the left trim and the right trim when you have a specific data points that you want to erase blank spaces for. So if it's on the left hand side, you can just use the left trim. If it's on the right hand side, you can use the right trim, and then you'll be fine like that. So either ways will work perfectly well, right? It will work perfectly well. So another thing I will want us to see is let's go ahead and see what the student error table looks like again. Okay, so you can see here, and for this data point here, you can see that we have Daniela Jim dump, and on Jim dump you can see that we have a little dash here for Jim dump. Now assuming we want to get rid of that Jim dump, right, what we need to do, so we can just select. So since Jim dump is on the last name, then replace so for replace we want to use I want to replace its blank space, right? All right, let's go ahead and run this and see what. So you can see here that initially we have Jim dump, and we have replaced that with Jim. So this dump can be due to a normal human input error. So replace the dash dump with a white space so that we don't have dump again. So this is how we can get rid of it and make our data looks more reasonable, more meaningful, and cleaner using the replace keyword. Another which I would want us to look at, this could be a little bit more complicated, but let's see how we can do that. Let's say I have substring, and the first data I have was students. Sorry, search from students. Okay, so the substring basically it just tells us that if I'm having his first name and I want to do a substring on this, so I pass in the string value, which is first name, and then I pass in the stats, and then where I want to stop counting from, right? Then from students. Okay, let's make this code a little bit more cleaner here. So once we run this like this, let's see what it looks like. Sorry, I misspelled. Oops, I misspelled substring. Okay, I think this should work now. All right, so you get to see that we have the substring it starts counting from the first letter here, the first character, which is John, and then end at the third character. So let's change this to 3 and let's see what it's going to look like. So 3 is start counting from the third character and then stop at the third character here. Here it start counting from the third character and then it picked up everything from Jim here. Here it start counting from the third character and then stop at the third character. That's why we have the rat here. So it's how we use substring. But the major use cases of substring would be in terms of string matching, right? If you want to match some string from different tables within a database, you can use substring. Assuming you have a large amount of data and you want to just match them, so you get to use the substrings to match this data. So let's show a little bit of illustration here. So assuming I said I want to select first name from students. Let's just use the normal join students arrow on let's make this students and this to be arrow dot first name is equal to arrow dot first name. So let's do this here. Substring substring first name 1, 3 substring 1, 3. So let's say we have this should be student dot first name and this should be arrow dot first name. Sorry, before we go ahead and run this, let me show a little bit of illustration here so we get the concept clearly. And so let's go ahead and run this to see what happens here. Okay, so on those two tables for student and student error, we get to see that the only acceptable name here it's Asamoah, right? Asamoah, because it has all the letters completed. So for string matching, it helps us to see how we can match two tables together based on a string value. So this helps us to match them together. Moving forward, we get to see that we want to implement the string matching and see how the output is going to be like this time around. So I'll just go ahead and put that back. Let's go ahead and copy this and then paste it here. So let's go ahead and run this and see what it looks like. Sorry, because of the equal sign, it's telling me true. All right, so we get to see that for substring here we have and as John matched together. Let's go ahead and impute their original form, and then we can understand what has really happened based on matching this data together. Dots. What's going on? What's wrong with me? Dots first name. Okay. Alright. So initially the first name is Annabelle, and just taking the first letter 1, 2, 3 and pick out the third one. Yeah. Asamoah, the same thing. Jonah to John. Anna to Anne. Asamoah to Asa. John to John. So this is what happens. So you can see that initially without the substring, this query just selected Asamoah, but with the substring, it helps us to match different strings from different tables together. This can work for a lot of use cases, including large data sets, right? So this is how you can match them. Joining this on first name might not really be a very perfect way, and that's why this is basically called fuzzy matching, right? So normally join is done on the ID, right? But if you want to do substring, you can do a lot of stuff, making them match from the gender, from date of birth, different more use cases that can make it like make you get sure that okay, you're actually matching the same user for the same data, because more than one user can be bearing Annabelle on the same table, and it gives us the wrong value or wrong results that we don't intend to have. So that's like one of the most drawback or bottleneck for using string matching on just the name, right? So the next we will look at for strange functions is upper. So we go ahead and just copy this little code right here and then paste it here. So clear these, and you can use upper last name. Awesome. So upper basically just change every character to uppercase, right? And similarly, as you might guess correctly, for lower it does this. Okay, so it changed every character to lowercase, right? Awesome. Now looking at this student's data, you can see that some of these data are starting with small letter, right? Which for some reason doesn't really make sense, because a student name should not start with a lowercase, right? So let's illustrate the capitalize here, right? So for capitalize, what we do is we use a keyword called concat. Concat is another string function, right? So we can go ahead to say last name, and then use the concat, and here we want to use upper, right? So for upper we want the last name, and then we want the first letter for the last name to be a capital letter, right? Sorry, upper left, right? So here we have overwrite last name -1. Okay, let's run this and see what it looks like. Awesome. So as we can see here, that Jonathan, the first name here, changed to uppercase, and other characters are lowercase. First character here, uppercase, and every other small lowercase. So this is how that's the capitalized, right? The first character, uppercase, another character, lowercase. So we use this concat to join or combine the first character to every other character, making the first character upper, and then left telling us that okay, the position of the first character is on the left hand side, right? And then we put in the last name, which is the strange value, and then 1 at index, right? Position 1, right? So remember, for indexing we count from 1 to infinity, while for arrays we count from 0 to n-1. So if you are counting indexing from behind, we use the -1. So it tells us that okay, we want every other character to be lower than counting from the right, which is counting from the right hand side, which is from n, and then the counting should start from the last character on the character on the last position. So that's -1. And so that's these are the basic function we can use with strange. I use this in my day-to-day activities as a data analyst to format strange for string formatting. There are a whole lot of them that you might choose to learn at your own pace, but this one I selected just to explain for more clarity. If you like this video, please do it to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of SQL, Excel, Python, and a lot of data analytical concepts. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.